Okay, there we go. Okay, very good. So my big plant is missing because it's having a vacation out on the screen porch, getting a lot of light and air out there rather than in this room. So as I mentioned, all of these, anything that's expressed through the hands, whether it's a punch or a block or healing energy, um, it it doesn't come from the body, it comes through the body. So that's why we always begin Qigong with some kind of grounding movement or posture. And so it's what this is. So the hands aren't doing anything here. What's happening is, from the waist down. And we're moving our attention out of our brains, out of our heads and faces, we're moving it down into the earth. And that's expressed by what Trisha Yu calls corkscrewing. So when you turn, you can imagine sort of corkscrewing down into the ground and putting our weight on that one foot and then sinking down onto it. So really driving our intention downward. We're not really turning the shoulders. We're turning the hips or the waist. And we're driving down, spiraling down. And then we're getting in tune with the breath. Moving in rhythm with the breath in some way, or you can do this very slowly too. But this is, I talked about the Lao Gung and then the bubbling well in the feet. And so that's what's in contact with the ground. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay. And now just moving from there. So now that we've gotten this upright posture and this rootedness down really below the body, down into the ground. And even if you're on the third floor of a building, it doesn't matter. You're in contact with some surface that you're standing on, which is in contact with the ground. Okay. So now just to feel the difference, so let's involve the hands now. So if we do cloud hands, the hands are very relaxed, and we're connecting these 2 points between the hands. And also, if you turn the hands to the body, this is the middle dantian and the lower dantian. So we're the position for cloud hands activates the palms of the hands. Okay. And so now when we do this, let's switch the hand. Well, let's not switch the hands. Let's just, so we're doing the same movement. as we were before. But this is no longer just about connecting down to the earth. This is now about connecting in the body. So we're creating a circle with the hands, and we're also connecting to the body. So now we're actually moving our attention, or they would say moving the chi, within the body. We've already connected to the earth. Okay. All right. And now go ahead and let's do the cloud hands where you switch. Now you may feel some sensitivity in the hands. The hands are where we feel the chi the most readily. Okay, so we've started out with the feet, the earth, and now we're about the torso and the hands. Okay, let's reduce the movement. Okay, and then so Tricia would call this pulling taffy. We're all old enough to know what that means. So we sense into that place in the palms, and we feel as if there's some kind of like magnetic connection between the hands. And if you bring them closer together, you can perhaps sense it more intensely. And then as you draw them apart, there's still this connection. She called this playing with the chi. Now, our rational, intellectual, Western trained mind doesn't want to believe in this, but that's fine. But just sense it. Sensing hands, just sense what you feel. Okay, and now with the breath, so the in breath, the out breath, the hands go closer together, in breath. And just see if you can sense this connection as the hands separate. Now, someone might say, oh, you're just imagining this. And I would say, yes, that's accurate. Okay. Okay, so this is the life force energy. All right. And so now let's see how far you can go and still have that sense. Okay, very good. Okay, and then just reduce. Okay, and now so it would turn side to side. Like you're playing an accordion, only the fingertips then will point toward each other. So with the in breath, expand, the out breath, contract. Okay, very good. Okay, and let's just remain. So bringing the hands a little farther in front of you. So this is standing position number 2, embracing the moon or embracing the tree. Just let the elbows be heavy. Now this is a meditation posture, and you may sense a lot of tingling and warmth and maybe other sensations in the hands. And you're firmly rooted to the ground. Okay, so let's expand out with the breath. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. And let's drop one hand to the lower dantian, the other opposite the heart. And just establish a connection between the palm and the heart, between the palm and the belly. Okay, all right. And now let's move the top hand forward, the lower hand up, and then the top hand. So we're switching positions. Okay, good. And dip the knees. So this is called circulating the chi. Just feel it. So as the hand goes up, we bring the attention up the inside of the body. Okay, so one more. Okay. All right, now let's just do a little experiment. So bring the hands close to the body without touching, and just see how that feels. Okay, and then let them come away a little bit, and then bring them closer. Okay, very good. So that's the Laogun points. Let's go ahead and we'll do touching heaven, touching earth. So this is going to be using the fingers. Okay, so we do one hand up, the other one down, and now we're pointing. So, and this is different. That we're not, the hands aren't relaxed. They're a little stiff, and we're up, pointing up, and we're looking up, and we're pointing down, and we're looking down. And so we're directing attention beyond the body here, very clearly, pointing up. Okay. And so let your attention go way up the arm, go way, way up, way out the fingers, out the top of the head, way, 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 way up. So our intention going way, way up. Sun, the moon, the stars. Okay, and then bring it down, and then looking down, and then send it way, way down. So down through the feet, down, pointing down, way, way down into the earth. Okay, good. Okay, now let's bring this to the heart. And now let's switch hands. So touching heaven, touching earth. Now the one that was pointing down is pointing up, and vice versa. Again, so the center here is the heart, not the brain. So the center is the heart, and then going up, 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 way, way, way up. Okay, very good. Back down to the heart, and then way, 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 way down. Okay, and back to the heart, and then repeat. And now let's do left and right. So here again, pointing. We're pointing out now. We're pointing out in all directions. Okay, all directions at once. We're stretching a little, pointing out, and we're sending our attention out in all directions. Not just imagining it, but feeling it. Feeling as if we have 1,000 hands in all directions. And then beyond all of that, like a dandelion that's gone to seed. Out, 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 out. Feel it behind you, above you. Okay, good, good, good. Now bring that in. Bring it in. Okay, and so we're bringing it into the chest. Now the hands are talking to each other here. Okay, and then again, let's go up and down. Okay, so stretch. The tension starts in the heart, and then bring it up, 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 up through the top of the head, and directing it way, way up like a flashlight beam, way up. And not just imagining, but feeling it, feeling what's up there and feeling like we're up there and we can sort of look down and see this body down there. The spaciousness. So if you're a tree, it's like feeling out to the edges of your leaves or your little twigs, way, way, way out. And then back down to the heart, and then extending way, way, way down. Feeling the roots, feeling as if we had roots going down. What would that feel like? Okay, good. And then coming, dipping the knees and coming back up. Okay, so these are the kind of the two directions in Qigong. There's the vertical, up and down, and then there's the radiant. Okay, and both are activated. So the vertical, that's the individual. That's your body, your mind, your history, your connection to your ancestors, your connection to spirituality. That's the individual. And the radiant is non-self. Okay, so dip the knees. And so now, so this is radiant, all directions. So feel expanded. So if someone came up behind you, you would feel them. Okay, good, 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 good. Way out. Okay, and now bringing it back in. Okay, form. Okay, and let's do it again. So form and boundlessness, emptiness, one with all that is, interconnection, interbeing, and back. Okay, good. Now, Ken Cohen learned this and teaches this a little differently. So with his, he calls it cosmic being. so Diphany, so in this one, we're not pointing. So, and this is unusual in Qigong to bend. Usually the wrist is like this. It's just graceful. But in this one, it's like this. So in this, we're not pointing. We're sending out and receiving. And this is the position. This is all it is this posture, and imagining that you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until you're way bigger than the earth, and you're way bigger than the solar system, and you're way bigger than the galaxy, and you're this cosmic being. And so, of course, this bigness is all around you. Now, this is very sensory. We set the intention to get extremely big, and then we feel it. What does that feel like? Okay, that's boundlessness. Okay, let's come back. And we could talk about the Heart Sutra all day and night about form and boundlessness, and it's fine. But this is it right here. Okay, so this is form. This is you. This is okay, and then extend and feel. Become extremely big. And that's boundlessness. Okay. Okay. All right. Very good. So when we're doing this practice, we're pendulating between form and emptiness or boundlessness. Okay. So touching heaven, touching earth. This is form, and then we're going way up. So that's us too. Way, way, way up. It's beyond little me, but okay. And then down, that's us too, that we're made of the earth, and that's our ancestors. Okay. And that all goes into making, so come back to the heart, to making this being that's a connection between heaven and earth. Okay. Now we're going to expand out. Hold. Okay, and now we're gathering that boundlessness in, and switch hands. And you can experiment. You can either point here or do the Ken Cohen thing or something in between. This is sort of flying crane. Okay, good. Okay, and then let's come back to form. Okay. Now, this is actually the truth of the Heart Sutra in the body and the mind, of course, body, mind. So, for instance, when when we're thinking, when we're meditating and we're thinking, a thought appears, that's form. That's an object of mind, that's form. When the thought dissolves and we're not thinking of a thought, that's boundlessness. And then another thought comes, that's form. And then that you let that go, and that's boundlessness. And so we're doing this all the time. So in breath, that's form. Take form. Out breath, emptiness, empty out. Good. In breath, take form, emptiness, out breath. Okay, so this is in Taoism, this is yin and yang. This is the constant cycle of form and boundlessness. In breath and out breath. Form is taking birth, and boundlessness is dying. Taking birth and dying. And so we're just one with that constant rhythm of form and emptiness, form and emptiness, form and emptiness. So suddenly, let's do tree and spring. So suddenly, form, boundlessness. So the Heart Sutra now isn't so esoteric. It's ordinary. It's just what we do. The heart beats like that. We breathe in and then we breathe out. That's the basis of life. We don't have to stretch to get it. We just have to do a little Qigong. Okay, let's go back to standing. Now, we've been practicing for half an hour, so you'll naturally, if you just allow your arms to be natural, you'll drop into standing position one. It takes no effort. It would take effort to not be in it. It's just natural. This is the position. Elbows bent a little. There's a space here, as if the palms are facing a little bit. This is the natural position that the energized body takes when it relaxes. Okay. I recommend this as a meditation posture. If you meditate in the morning, try standing like this for a while before you do your sitting. Okay. And then the next one here, we're raising the chi. Okay, now it's up at the heart level. This is the next meditation position. And then the next one after that, we're raising the chi again, window to the moon, we're looking up. And this is a meditation position. You make sort of a triangle with your hands. And then the next one is window to the stars. And this has to do with the top of the head and connecting up into the heavens. Palms are facing up. So when you stand like this, and then the last position is here. And in this is more like standing mountain. So we've gone from below up to up, and now we're connecting down again. So that's the last one. But maybe just sort of sense into your fingers, your hands, and just see how they feel. Okay, all right, very good. Let's go ahead and take our seat. Okay, so the hands when we're sitting, what do we do with our hands when we're sitting? So one of the classic Qigong mudras is to touch the first two fingers to the thumb and just place your hands on your knees, or it can just be just the first finger if you want to, it doesn't matter. And just place them on your knees or on your thighs. So these are the tiger's eyes. Okay. Um, to see how it feels to do one finger or two fingers. Okay, so that's one. Another one is the cosmic mudra, where you place your right hand palm up, left hand on it, and then just touch the thumbs gently, just very lightly. This is in the Zen tradition. And then the Qigong version of that is the yin and yang. So take your right thumb and place it in the left palm. Okay. And then close the right hand. And then close the left hand. So you make a sort of a yin and yang mudra. So things are intertwined. I hope you can see that. So it's just natural. You just sort of put your hands together like that. And that's the yin and yang mudra. But all of these are about keeping the attention internally. And so the hands are very sensitive. And if the hands are in these positions, it's keeping the attention in the body, as opposed to, say, if we were, doing some healing on someone, the hands would be here. They wouldn't be wrapped up. They would be here or here. Okay. So whatever works for you, probably not interlacing the fingers. That's probably not real sustainable. Okay. And then, of course, the feet, in Taoist meditation, we aren't sitting cross-legged. I mean, it's not that you can't, but traditionally it's seated on a stool. And the reason for that, there's a few reasons, but the reason is to stay connected to the ground through the bubbling wells, through the feet, and through the perineum. And it's felt that by twisting up the legs, it inhibits the flow of qi in the body. And it's not to say don't do it or it's bad or something, but this is just a traditional teaching, that the feet are flat on the floor. Okay. Now you can see some statuary of the Buddha. There will be some where he'll have one palm up on the thigh and the other one like this. And this is a teaching mudra. But this is when the Buddha is teaching. So you can see the palm is forward. It's projecting out to the listener, and it's also listening. So it's give and take. Palm means give and take. It's not pointing. That's just giving. this is the teaching mudra for the Buddha. There are many different mudras. And you can also sit with both hands up. And just all these are fine, and just feel what feels right. Okay. There is a sweet meditation called sitting in the lap of the Buddha. And this is where we feel and imagine that we are sitting in the lap of a great being. Not a physical being exactly, but we've taken refuge. And so this is just so you are you, and you are also the great being. So our attention can kind of switch from you sitting in the lap of a great being to you're the great being and this person is sitting in your lap. And so the great being is closer to boundlessness, and the you in the body is closer to form. So you use the breath. And perhaps when you inhale, you come into form. And when you exhale, then you're the great being. Okay. Now you also may feel tingling, heat, and maybe other things in other parts of your body besides your hands, particularly the crown of the head, uh, between the eyebrows or in the middle of the forehead. And let's focus on this in breath and breathing into the chest directly. Breathe into the chest. And then out breath, breathe that down into the belly, down into the abdomen. So in breath into the chest. Out breath, it goes down and swirls into the lower dantian. In breath in the chest. Out breath, it goes down and swirls in the belly. You may get sensations in the chest and belly. This is to bring in more chi. And at a certain point, the belly will get full. So imagine and feel. Now, if it gets full, then you can just cycle the breath. So with the in-breath, it comes up the back into the lungs. And the out-breath, it goes down the front, down into the belly. So just this is just cycling the chi. Let's take a few more breaths. Okay, good. So let's clap our hands on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And now we're using our hands to heal ourselves and massage eye sockets, temples, jaw, hairline, ears, whatever you want. So we're caressing ourselves with our hands, which is sending a message to us, not only physically, but emotionally, that we're cared for. So we're giving this and receiving it. Okay. And then always close you tapping the kidneys. And massaging the kidney. Okay, and just another word or two about this in terms of the meditation. So these practices are partners with Buddhist meditation. In the Soto tradition, they have forgotten them completely. And so it's just about sitting meditation and walking meditation, emptying the mind and so on. This is a different kind of meditation where the mind and body become one. And in my experience, in my view, this is a very, very good balance to something like shikantaza, or just simply sitting, Zen meditation, just simply sitting. That this awakened state, the path to this awakened state is through the body, that is through the feelings, not through the intellect. So by activating the mind and the body, we're actually moving in the direction of what Zen people would say is awakening. So, all right. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your practice. May it benefit all beings. And if you have questions or comments, you can stay. And if you have other things to do, take off. Okay, let's change the view and let's